Okay, everybody, welcome to the stockpickprofits.com live daily update, market update. It is 9/27/2018, Thursday. Not a bad day in the market today. So let's start off with the legalities. As always, read the disclaimer. Important information, legal information. Eye-bleeding information. Past performance is no indicator of future performance. We are not registered investment advisors. Nothing in this show is an offer to buy or sell any securities. Show should be taken for entertainment purposes only, and the rest of the legalese is up to you to read. Okay, so we'll get, hey, welcome, Jeff. Welcome. So let's go ahead and get started. Kind of a sluggish Thursday afternoon. So it was a good day in the markets today, right? A lot of good stuff happening. You know, the SCOTUS show continues, right? We're calling it the SCOTUS show right now because it's, let me move into the camera range here. Probably should have checked it. We're having a little camera problems earlier. So we kind of got out of whack. There you go. All right. I mean, what's the sense if you don't have the pretty face? So yeah, it's the SCOTUS show, right? It's so back and forth and accusations, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, things not adding up. It's whatever you and really the sides have been drawn and stuff like that. Let's kind of stay off that subject, okay, in this, because really it has neither here nor there for the markets. Doesn't affect the markets. That's really your social point of view. So please don't ask us about that. That's the conversation that only starts arguments. But let's get into the stock market, man, because it was a good day. Nice spring back day, right? After that last half hour yesterday of market, where we sold down after Jerome Powell came out and gave his little verbal speech. The report got us a good reaction from the market, the release, the FOMC report. But then when Powell came out and started talking, the market pushed down and we had that real ugly close, right? But we had a beautiful spring back from the market. They were a lot higher than they closed, but it was a nice, strong, very resilient market. The Dow ended up 50 points, about 0.25%. The S&P up another 8 points. And the NASDAQ was really participating. It looks like the NASDAQ's getting ready to take a shot at that 8,100 all-time high level. I think it's 8,133. But we'll keep an eye on that. The small caps basically had a flat day, down 21 cents. But look at that VIX pushing down, stayed below 13 even during those tumultuous times. And it's still below that 13. No volatility in sight. So interesting. Now let's kind of get into things. The pot industry got a huge boost. One of our members, we're just starting a conversation about GPWH and some of the pot stocks like Tilray and things like that. A lot of excitement going on, right? Tilray, man, from 100 to 200 to 100. Now it looks like it's recovering a little bit. So we'll we always keep an eye on pot. You guys know our two favorites, SCNA and CNAB, United Cannabis and a little Canadian grower stock, which has a great little app for the growers and stuff. It's a nice technologically advanced company. But with GPWH, what happens is it's a stock that it has so much more than just marijuana. So it's really an interesting stock to read about. And we were just going to start a conversation with our members because one of our members had asked about it. And lo and behold, today they came out and they got the first approval for a CBD-based drug treatment. Man, this is great news for the pot industry. Things are coming around. Let me post you guys the link too. I'm going to put the link down there for you guys if you want to read the story. It's a great story. GPWH, too many tickers, right? But it really, it's an interesting company and stuff. We're not playing it right now, but it's something that we keep on our watch list because, like I said, it's not just marijuana, this company. It's got a lot of other things going for it, like AbbVie and stuff. It's not a niche player, so to say. But if you guys get a chance to go read the article, CBD treatment got FDA approval, which is critical. Look, we are huge proponents of CBDs. besides the fact that we grew up in the 70s and 80s and, former potheads. That's why when the LSD and the pot subject comes up, people who are my age tend to be experts on it. But, besides the euphoric effect of it and the obvious recreational value to it, the biggest thing about CBDs and stuff is this is a legitimate way to end this opioid crisis. It is very legitimate. And then for some reason, the federal government just can't get on board with it. But it seems like from Trump, from his verbiage, is leaning towards it. But again, we have the old killjoy, Jeff Sessions, in there. And he just can't seem to get over that 1955 attitude about weed, the reefer madness attitude. So, but it's working. All these efforts to get it legalized, all these efforts to get it mainstream, all these efforts to get it into pharmacies and to people that need the treatments. It's all working. It's all working like magic. So you guys be patient. If you guys are one of those that are in a weed stock that's had its little explosion, good for you. They're happening all over the place, basically. But we're in those two that we really like, which is the SCNA and the CNAB. But I mean, you guys go read the article. It's a really, really good thing. Great for the pot industry and great for the medical industry too. All those people that have need opioids for their pain relief for whatever reasons, but don't need to be addicted to heroin. That's basically what you're addicted to when you're addicted to opioids. Now, we had a news break right when we were starting the show. Sorry for a little late start again, but one, it's about 800 degrees here, humidity. But they said it's going to break tonight, so you won't have to listen to my whining about it very much longer. But we also were having a little camera issue with the software that we use. So in that process, guess what? A news alert came up, and we've been warning you about this, and we've been warning all you Tesla people, all you fans of Tesla and stuff. Let's bring this down a little bit. There it is. The SEC has now officially charged Elon Musk and Tesla with insider trading. So you guys go ahead, and if you want to read that article, I kept the link for that one too. But this one just broke a few minutes ago, so I don't know if CNBC's expanded the story or not, but they didn't have much information on it. But let's go ahead and post that link too. Right down there. And all you guys with comments, don't worry, I'll get to them. But yeah, this is huge news. In fact, while we're talking, let's go see what Tesla's doing after hours while we're talking. That'll be interesting because that news broke with like maybe 2 or 3 minutes left in the market. It'll be interesting to see how that's crushing Tesla. Now, of course, CNBC's taking a long time. Yeah, look, after hours, it's down 10%, $32 to about $275. So, man, if you guys were short on it, and that was the thing too, it was kind of leery of a short. If you went short on Tesla and you made some money, good job. Because that one was a little bit hard to read, right? Remember when he first made that illegal statement, it popped the stock up. He was talking about the company being bought. He was saying that he had funding lined up to take the company private at $420 a share. Naturally, it ran like a scared mongoose towards that $400 level. And then when people started to realize the insanity behind a tweet like that, guess what? Thing trickled right back down to 300. Now it was fighting around that 300. You guys, if you guys have been watching it, we've been watching it because we were trying to pick a spot for the short, but we didn't want to put money into it and it just sit there for a year, or we buy some short puts and they expire because it just didn't happen. So we weren't trying to time that. We were watching it though. Now, if you wanted to go raw short, $300 a share, that's a little bit of too much money to put on the table for us. That's not our cup of tea. But you guys that went short, there it is, man. Boom. It's getting hammered too after hours. Tesla already closed down for the day at 206, but it's down about $30 right now. Looks like it's even got more to go there, possibly. That's a serious charge. And this is what we warned you about. Stay away from Tesla. Once Elon went rogue, think about what he's done in the last month. One, he made an illegal tweet about going private which is a very, very clear SEC violation. And 2, he went on Joe Rogan and he's smoking pot with him. And then 3, he tried to backtrack on the whole financing thing, and then he starts talking about Saudis and stuff, which is not the smart thing to do. On top of it, Elon Musk is single-handedly destroying his company. The board needs to get him out. That's the only solution to this. You guys can believe Jim Cramer if you want, but if they don't get him out of there, this stock's going down. So tomorrow we'll actually take a good look at Tesla and see if there's more damage coming to the stock. Maybe we can get on something there. Hey, with the Tesla options too, those things are pricey, man. But now that it's coming down below that $300 level, we might be a little more reasonable on the premiums. We'll let you know. As always, if you're not getting good information and stuff, you need a support network, go ahead and click that link. You can get involved with the stockpickprofits.com service. But that kind of covered the news for the day. Really, it was a good day for the markets. Steel had a decent day. X closed up above that $30 level. You guys know we're long on Twitter. Twitter had a nice day today. We're long on the Qs and we're long on XLK. Today we felt was really important. One, Amazon started participating again. It got back over that $2,000 level, which puts it in that $1 billion valuation. It was up about 38, 39 bucks. It's down about $2 after hour, probably in sympathy of Tesla. It works like that. One stock in like the tech sector has really bad news and it'll just kind of pull down the whole thing to a certain extent. That's usually your buying opportunity. The Qs closed up about 1%, $1.56. We're just right out of the money on those. XLK, we're already getting into profitability on that. We're still long Verizon. We've been talking about that. We went long on Verizon. Verizon had a decent day today. It was up about 50 cents or 1%. We opened up a new long position today. And it was real nice because right after we opened it up, we saw a nice article about it on CNBC. But we went long Oracle today for you guys that are playing along or following or looking for ideas. The other ones we've been talking about for you, Jeff, Iridium had a huge day today, up $1.30, almost 7%. Good job, Jeff. So that's just trucking higher, Jeff. So now you want to kind of keep an eye on it, right? Maybe set some stops on it because I know you buy the stock. You're not playing the options. Stock's a little bit different. You can put those stops and stuff in it. It's very, very clear path. With options, you get these strange quotes and things like that. So you got to be careful with how you do stops on options. But yeah, Iridium. So you guys looking for trade ideas? IRDM, man. We started talking about that. It was about 1990, 1995. Now it's all the way up to 2175. So that's been a good trade. We've been talking about a ROKU short the last couple days. We didn't play that. That was from one of our viewers, Kona. ROKU had another good day today, up $1.40. We're watching it because we're looking for a short entry on that, but we want to be careful right now. Remember, never short a dull market, okay? And this really, the last few days has been a dull market, right? You either get an up or down gap in the morning, and then it just settles into a channel, and it just stays there the rest of the day. The last half hour, you get that sympathetic sell down. Nobody wants to carry stocks overnight with all this action going on in the world. So, we're looking maybe at a short at ROKU, but we're leaning away from shorts right now. And the reason is never short a dull market. And plus to it looks like this NASDAQ is getting a little explosive right now. So for you guys that are looking for trade tips, you want to lean towards the long bias because the market's giving us some good things. We've kind of weathered some stuff with that Fed message yesterday. We weathered that downturn. We took it all back today. The Dow was up about 150% points at early in the day. It ended up about 65 points up. So it gave some back, but it's still a nice gain for the day. It's a good day for the day. On our steel plays, you guys know we're long X. We love X. X retook that $30 level and held it today. Very good. So we're sticking with that. Like I said, we opened up the Oracle trade today. I'm just checking some quotes here to kind of fill you guys in on things. Yeah, so it's a good, it's an interesting after hours. When we first started talking about that Elon Musk news and Tesla, Amazon was down about almost $3. It's kind of recovered now. It's down about 50 cents. So you see how that knee-jerk reaction happens, and that's what we were talking about with the Fed message yesterday. And that's why it's important not to just always think your trades through, always think what you're doing, and always have a reason for what you're doing. You can't just knee-jerk like a lot of these people do. Look at yesterday. In that last half hour, if you'd seen that sell down coming and you had sold your stocks, it would have been futile and you would have made a critical mistake, because about 15 minutes after we opened today, all those stocks retook their levels. So you would have sold at a loss for no reason. Why? Because you let your emotions get to you, is what it is. You saw all these people panicking and jumping off a ledge, and so you panicked and jumped off the ledge too. We don't do that. You know what I mean? We keep emotions out of it. So let's kind of just roll into the comments and questions real quick, because that's really the news of the day, is that Tesla. Like I said, it was a good pop in the morning for the markets, a little bit of push around the end of lunch, and then that last half hour we kind of trickled down. So it was kind of the standard MO for the markets. We're looking forward to tomorrow. We think maybe a nice big market move tomorrow. And we're kind of anticipating that. Like we said, we went long on Oracle today. We like the stock at this level. It looks really, really good. And it's a thin trade right now, but with that CNBC article and stuff, it could become a crowded trade, which we would love, right? We want to be in when it's thin, and then we want to get out when it gets crowded. What does that tell you? Buy when they sell when they buy. Now let's kind of go down here. Check the questions. Jeff, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. A day or two ago, Jeff was telling us about his uncle with some health problems. Evidently, he's passed away. Our prayers are with you and your family, Jeff. Sorry to hear that, brother. If any way we can support you, we will. Let's see here. Tilray. Yeah, this is an interesting one, Jeff. Tilray. We've just stayed away from Tilray. We watch it all day long, but it's a heart attack stock. And the option contracts, man, the premiums are just outrageous. Now, we don't day trade stocks in stockpickprofits.com. In the sense that what the traditional sense, right, where you sell the stock, no options involved and stuff. We don't play that system. So if we were looking at Tilray, we'd be looking at some options, but all those options that a couple times today, me, Jasmine, and a couple of the other trade room people, we went through those premiums and they were just outrageously priced. It was just ridiculous. No, he doesn't. No. Really, the only other thing he's got, Laura, is and thank you, Laura. Hey, you and Greg are just all over it, man. Good job. I told you guys our office is smart, man. The smartest part of our company is our office. But it's an interesting story with that, Laura, because you kind of want to compartmentalize it, because really the problems are Tesla's problems. They're not really, it's like with Elon Musk, he's not really CEO of anything else, SpaceX and stuff, but that's not a publicly traded company. Really is publicly traded, is on the board, is Tesla. And I mean, if you're going to play him on the stocks, you usually have to play Tesla. He doesn't, SpaceX is the other thing he has, but that's not publicly traded. So that's a good question though, Laura, because think about it. How's this going to affect SpaceX? Because, a lot of Elon's wealth and stuff comes from Tesla, right? So if he's losing that wealth, how do we fund SpaceX? Because he's got a big competitor over in Amazon with Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has his own space program and stuff going on. So there's a competition there for funding and all that. With the Bezos, I mean, his stock just went back to a $2 billion valuation today. He's got plenty of funds to fund his end. What's going to happen with Elon? This is a story we'll keep an eye on, Laura, because it's important. Like I said, we're not playing. Well, you know what we play. We're not playing Tesla right now, but we are going to take a hard look at Tesla because now that we're kind of seeing the writing on the wall with what's happening with this SEC thing. I mean, I'll double check. I'll have Jasmine or one of the boys double check to see that, but I don't remember anything from Elon Musk besides Tesla. So that's a great question though, because you see how our office thinks. They're good traders. They've been working with us for a long time. Like Laura, you know what I mean? She works in the office, but she's always watching what we're doing. So she knows that when you find an angle like that, there's often other angles or offspring angles. And so she's looking. That's good. That's great trading. Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. And like I said, we'll keep an eye on it. The trade team will keep an eye on Tesla. We're actually going to look at it for the membership and stuff now. And we'll try to find a good angle on it, and we'll keep you updated as always. But thank you for that question, Laura. That's a great question. More steel. Yes. That's all I can say to that is yes. So look, gang, it's oh my goodness, man. I don't know if you guys can see me beading sweat. I'm dripping and stuff. It's beautiful. It's about 150 degrees here in Honolulu. So we're going to call it a show. Okay. That was good Q&A and stuff. All of you, thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you for setting up, showing up. And we'll be back tomorrow with hopefully some more information about Tesla and stuff. And don't forget, so if you guys are following along, we're still long the Qs. We're still long XLK. We love tech going forward. We're still long X. We love steel going forward. It looks like tomorrow. Here's another tip for you guys, and that is for you, Laura. Tomorrow, don't forget now, something that got kind of lost in the news cycle with all this SCOTUS stuff and all that is the fact that a couple days ago, remember the Trump administration kind of gave us a signal that the Mexico deal is on paper already and ready to go. They're just waiting to see if Canada would join. But at this point, they've kept a window open for Canada, but they're not on board. But they were talking about as early as Friday, they could announce the deal. So maybe that's the news, right? All right. It's never what that headline story says, right? It's always something behind the scenes that you make money on. And that's why that question was so good. In fact, I'm going to post it one more time for you late viewers. And that was the question. If Tesla's going down, does Elon have other companies public to consider looking into? And that was a great question, Laura. As far as we know, it's only Tesla. But like I said, the trade team, you just gave us a nice little quick research job. We'll check that out for you. So look, gang, as always, you guys, just like Jeff says, you have a great day. Jeff, again, our deepest sympathies to you and your family and support. We're so sorry to hear about your uncle, man. We don't like, nobody likes to lose anyone. And so you take care of yourself tonight, and stick by your family and all that. And you've always got stock pick profits behind you. Laura, thank you for the great question. All of you, thank you so much for your support today. We're going to call it a show. We'll be back tomorrow. It looks like maybe we'll have some really big stuff to talk about tomorrow. And also, too, it's Aloha Friday, so we will be inviting members to come on the show. If you are a member watching the show, start thinking about it. It's fun. Everybody that's been on the show has had a great time, and we'd love to have all the members on. So if you're watching the show and you'd like to be on and maybe just talk about the markets and talk about things like that, you're welcome to do it. Flory, I see you over there giving us a shaka. How about you be on the show tomorrow, Flory? Come on. Come hang out with Pat. Anyways, so look, gang, we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. It's going to be a great show, and get ready for the weekend. For all you football fans, Thursday night football tonight, have fun. Bradshaw, Long, and Strahan are back in the booth. Fox Networks is taking care of that. So you guys enjoy, you football fans. Other than that, get outside, enjoy the wind, the rain, the sun, the humidity, everything. All right, gang, we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.